Excuse me. Hey guys, before we do anything else, hey, don't forget it. Just give me a like, subscribe, and hey, give me a comment, positive one if possible, and let's get it going. Hey, before I even forget, from now on, if you're not subscribed, you are not going to be able to give a comment on my channel. That's how easy it is. Because like I see, over 60% of everybody watching my video, they are not subscribed, but they want to keep up commenting. But you know what? That is going to change today. Okay, as from now on, if you are not a subscriber, you are not going to be able to leave a comment. Anyways, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you want with your money. And so am I. And that being said, let's grab a sip of coffee from my Kaspa Maxi mug. Yeah, everything, guys, definitely everything tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, like Uncle T said, Uncle T said, ain't no way I'm gonna drop my cheesecake for for an apple pie. You understand it when time comes, okay? Ain't no way. That's what is happening right now in the market, okay? They are trying to swap you a cheesecake for an apple pie. That's what they're trying to tell you. Hey, a lot of people, hey, we're in the bear market, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But indicators and everything else is telling a different story, right? But anyways, we will look at, we're going to look at market performance for the past 24 hours. Right after that, we'll check out prices in details. And when we are done with that, we will check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But let me put this way. I think this way I have a better angle, okay? Excuse me. Anyways, guys, it is like I said, they are trying to give you apple pies for cheesecakes. That's what's happening. And unfortunately, many people have started to fall for it. Many have started to fall for it. Nobody is taking time to try to look around them and see, okay, if this is happening, what is the alternative? What's the alternative of what is happening right now? Not long ago, we were talking about this when the rate cuts began, right? We started having rate cuts, and we had, I told you we came to a crossroad in which Trumpicius Margex and his government, they have to choose. Do we save economy or do we save the currency? Okay, that's the crossroad where we're standing right now. And I do remember people talking about, nah, they're gonna print, they're gonna do this, they're gonna do that. And this and that is gonna happen. Excuse me. What sorry about that, okay? What anybody and their grandma did not take in account is, first of all, the entire world's economy. What's the situation going on with the entire world right now? That's number one. Second thing, what are the consequences on each camp? Okay? I don't know what's going on today. What are the consequences? If we save economy, what are the good things that we do? What are the good things? Okay, we bring jobs, a lot of jobs back. Things begin to try to flow a little bit when it comes to the economy, okay? But what if we don't save economy? What are the cons of it? What are the things we're going to miss? Okay, well, we look at it. First of all, it don't really matter because the entire world, shit hit the fan. COVID came, everybody printed money, and shit hit the fan. We really have not much to lose there. We are almost, how can I say it? We are at the bottom of it. So there is no more downside further than where we are right now with the economy when it comes to the United States or even the entire world, as a matter of fact. But when you look at the other side of the camp, saving the dollar. If you save the dollar, because again, you cannot save both. You have to let go of one to save the other one. So if you save the dollar, the currency, what are the cons of it? One, Sorry, what are the pros of it? One, the US still be, the dollar-backed world will still dominate. Everything still traded on the dollars. Everything still rotate around the dollar. Any deals you want to make, any trading, any oil, any diamonds, whatever you call it, US still wears the US still, the dollar still wears the crown, which means the US also still the chief in command. All right, but what are the cons if we don't save the dollar? There is where the big problem lies, and everybody, their grandmama, still don't see it. Even Trump issues talking about, yeah, we're gonna make the dollar cheaper. You cannot make the dollar cheaper. You can't. It can't happen because the debt right now, at the value that the dollar is right now, the national debt is 30-something trillions. If you devaluate the dollar, how much would the debt gonna be? Okay, how much? And on top of that, you know how many conflicts are you going to create between US and all these countries? Because one, let's just say they have assets that are worth $10 right now. Are the assets worth $10? If you devaluate the dollar, those assets are going to be worth less, and those countries are not going to be happy. Okay, I'm not just talking about one or two people. Almost 80% of the world that holds their assets in US denominated currency. So there is more to lose if you don't save the dollar than if you don't save economy. Because again, everything is a domino effect. You save the currency saves the economy. That's how it has always happened. Like when they say QE and QT, that is always, when economy does bad, we print currency to save economy. That's how it has always happened. But yeah, you see people and everybody, their grandmama sitting over there telling you like, yeah, we're gonna sit here today and we are going to print money to oblivion, and this and that is gonna happen. You don't even as an American, if you print money, if you devaluate the currency, your pensions, your savings, your anything you have that is worth something will be worth nothing as an American. So I don't get it why some people are so saying like, you know what, yeah, we have to print more money. For what? They're not going to print money. I've been saying it here, and it's just like there is nothing worse than a blind man who refuses to see. There is nothing worse than that. Look at the Fed's balance sheet from 2020 after COVID. We went up $4.3 trillion, right? What is it right now? Have they printed again? If you still have, please, I need proof of it. They have not printed. And as a matter of fact, to try to save the currency, okay, they have a blank check right now. That's why Congress, when you hear about government shutting down or some shit like that, is because of what's going on with the Japanese carry trade. Everybody and their grandmama knows exactly what's happening, because if you let the Japanese economy crash, I mean the Japanese currency, the Japanese yen, if it crashes, the US will not be far from that. Because we all know, okay, the Japanese economy has been the biggest receiver of the US dollar, because they receive it and they launder it around the entire world. So if you save the Japanese yen, you are going to be able to save the US dollar too. So those things, that is what is happening, that people are looking at it and nobody's paying attention to that. They told you last week, oh yeah, we saw the market crashing, market going down, blah, blah, blah. And I look at people. First time the government shut down, what happened? A lot of people lost a lot of money, right? Are you sure? Do you think the government wants to do that again? I don't think they will. Now they are postponing things. Oh, it's no longer now, we're gonna do the hearing again on the 1st. And mind you, okay? The bill that they're trying to do, the Clarity Act, they're going to release it, another review if they don't postpone it, because hey, Trump issues is good at that. He's good at postponing shit. So if he doesn't postpone it, the review comes on the 29th. After postponing it, the 1st, that's when the government shuts down. If it happens, that's when it's going to happen. People will say, oh, they are busy betting that 80%, yeah, it's going to happen. But let's watch and see. So the Clarity Act coming out Right after that, the government shutting down. That is not something to be crying about. All you have to do is get ready for your position. Get ready, for how things happen. You don't play with money you are not willing to lose. It's like, I come to you come to my house and knock on the door. Yo, MMJ, can I borrow $10? And I take my last $10 I know I'm going to need for my gas and give it to you. Borrow it to. That's some stupid move right there. That's the same thing with the crypto market. You do not play with money you're not willing to lose. But some people fail to realize this. The earlier you get into a risky asset, the more money you're going to make. Most of the traders, they usually wait for confirmed price. That's something that I learned a long time ago. I don't wait for price to confirm. I don't do that. Once I see conditions, I'm in. Whether price goes down later or if it doesn't go down later, but I don't care. I get in. I might lose to $200 here, $300 here. Maybe at the end of doing that, trying to find that bottom, I might end up losing $2-3 grand. But once I get that bottom and the price goes exactly where I think it's gonna go, nobody will ever remember that I lost $2 grand. I gave you Jasmine, for example. I think Jasmine still has a potential to go back above 30 cents. Okay? Let's say, for example, that I lost $2 grand trying to find the bottom with Jasmine. But then finally gets it at this price that we are right now at 0.007 or 6, whatever we are. And price goes to 30 cents on that position. I might walk away with more than $500,000. Do you think I will remember that I lost $2 grand? No, I won't. And that's my mentality when things happen. When things happen, you look for that bottom. You look for those entry levels. It's like right now, you're looking at Kaspa, for example, and you are busy banging on people's wall like, hey, it's not time for you to look at price. Now is the time you accumulate, because the technology, the rails are getting built. They are getting there. They're getting built. It's like when Bitcoin came out, you remember Da Vinci. When Da Vinci was telling people, yeah, you can buy Bitcoin because it's the hedge against inflation and blah, blah, blah. Nobody believed it, right? Nobody bought Bitcoin. Even trust me, at 20 grand, that is when people started noticing Bitcoin. Not at 5, not at 10. At 20 grand, that's when people started noticing Bitcoin. The same thing is going to happen with Kaspa. Kaspa right now, like you tell people, yeah, it's fast. Okay, it's fast. So then what? That's the question. Nobody's paying attention to it because most people are now looking at a bigger picture of where this financial sector is going. And because they fail to look at it, they cannot appreciate what Kaspa brings to the table. That's why. You see people, you look, guy, you need to buy 10,000 Kaspas. Yeah, I'm gonna go buy Solana. Really? Okay, go ahead and get you Solana. But one thing, again, I usually say it here is like, most people will regret and most people will jump those bridges. Because again, Bitcoin, for example, everybody thinks it's great. Everybody thinks it's doing what it's supposed to do. Again, me, I hold Bitcoin. But again, I keep telling you, if you did not get it in there when it was less than $10,000, do not touch that thing. Not even with a 10-foot pole. Don't do that because we are getting closer and closer. And like I said, I love to be professional. I will show you my inbox right now. I know a lot of Bitcoin maxis who have started to knock on my door telling me, hey, I think you have stumbled onto something here. I think you was right about a lot of things. Because again, we look at it and it's like, well, like one of them, okay, you know yourself. I won't say your name, but you know yourself. You say, well, I think I'm going to follow your strategy, which, okay, Bitcoins hit $300,000 or $400,000, I'm out completely. I say, well, that's me. When I make up my mind, I make up my mind. When I made up a plan, I follow it. I don't care whether it is sunshine or rainfall. I follow it. I got into Bitcoin way before Kaspa, and by then I had already that plan. Like, hey, $300,000 or $400,000, I'm gonna get out of it because this bullshit people keep telling you that hey, it's going to $1 million or $5 million. That's some bullshit. I don't think that will ever happen. Okay? Because again, we know innovation always something better always comes out. Always. After 20-25 years, something better always comes out. How old is Bitcoin now? How old is Bitcoin? We are getting there, right? Halfway or a little bit past halfway, right? And then you have Kaspa. Once Kaspa came out and I was researching it, that's when I started like raising my eyebrows. Okay, I'll cash out on my Bitcoin $300,000-$400,000. Let's see at that bear market how low prices goes on Kaspa. When how low it goes, I'm gonna take some of those profits, go on the Lamborghini Mercy. Some of it put in my savings, and the rest of them buy Kaspa. But people won't see it right now. Nobody will pay attention to Kaspa, trust me, until you start seeing Kaspa at $3, $4, $5. Once you start seeing it, that is when people are going to pay attention to it. Because again, the biggest thing online right now, everybody, yeah, Bitcoin security budget is getting bad and this and that, which is true, it's getting bad. Oh, what about Kaspa security budget? Guys, Kaspa is designed to be peer-to-peer money. And this one is not just in theory. This is sustained, and you can see it. Once this Clarity Act goes live, you will understand even way better where we're going with this. Because Kaspa has the rails. With the Clarity Act giving access for bank, merchants, everybody and their grandmama to be able to use stable coins, you will see. You will understand it, okay? Right now you don't, because it's just like, yeah, Kaspa is fast, okay, warp core is there, this and that is there. And one thing again, if you really pay attention, don't you find it strange? Don't you find it strange that stable coins are going live on Kaspa this first quarter? Right when they're talking about this the Clarity Act going live. Don't you find it strange? Don't you find it also strange that Warp Core goes live mainnet when we are starting to talk about Clarity Act? You don't find that strange a little bit? Like I said, when you look at a coin, you find it, you do your research, you get convinced, like, okay, this is where this is going to be big. Okay, it's going to be big. And what do you do next? I take my 1 cent, I put right there, and instead of looking at that price every day, because it's going to drive you insane, let it be. All you have to do is set your notification on that coin's dev teams page. What is you set notification anytime that Jonathan drops a tweet, you go read it. Okay, what is he talking about? That's where you're supposed to look, not the price. Forget about the price when you're still on the development stage. Forget about it. Oh, you know what? Casplex. Oh, what are they talking about? Are they saying Uncle T did something? Yeah, okay. You know what? This what guys makes a video about Kaspa. What is the video talking about? That is what you are supposed to look at this stage in Kaspa. Because again, if you chase green candles, you are going to lead yourself. Not lead. You are going to push yourself easily, nice and slowly, sliding yourself to wreck city. That's what's going to happen. But if you chase that innovation, you are going to slide yourself into green candles. And that's the whole thing. That's how it happened. Some people, like I said many times here, people are just used to, you put in 1 cent here, you go to sleep, Crashilania, meme coin, bam, get up this morning, Lambo time. No, that's not how it works. That time has changed. Now, with these regulations coming out, we have Uncle Sam, we have everybody, Trumpicians and magicians doing this thing. To make money is going to become extremely difficult. Very, very difficult. I told you, 2025, 2026 is your last chance to be able to do something. Now, decision time in 5 weeks. 5 weeks, we will know. Are they going to pump the market, or are we going to gobbling town? We are going to know in 5 weeks. Therefore, you want to sit there and cry about it, that's up to you. Or you want to sit there and start looking at these assets. I don't know which one you're looking at. Me personally, I do have Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, and Cash. I do have those things. Every time I get paid, I take a little bit of cash, set on the side. I get paid, a little bit of cash, set on the side. While on the other hand, I buy Kaspa, I buy Quant, I buy Jasmine, and then my leverage positions, okay? That's how I operate. Because I understand, personally, I understand that you see gold running on fumes, and I keep saying it, people don't want to look at it. That crash of gold, when it starts to come down, is going to be epic. Because right now a lot of people are confused, right? People are confused. Yeah, what's the US gonna do? What's the dollar's gonna say? What are they gonna do here? What are we gonna turn? Are they gonna go belly up? It's like this morning, okay? I'm sitting there. I call Uncle T. And I go, Uncle T, yo, what's going on, player? He goes, shit, I don't know, hold on a second. I said, what do you mean second? Well, what are you doing? So I flip the thing, you know, like I flip it, I've got my phone, okay, and I flipped it, call Uncle T. It's like, wait a minute, let me call you on camera. What are you doing? And he's sitting there looking, and Grandma had played a trick on Uncle T. You know how you do a veggies cake. She did a veggies cake and cover it. You know how you scoop the cheesecake from the inside? Try to make a cover to make it look like cheesecake, but it's under actually it's like a salad and stuff like that. And Uncle T, man, this guy can smell it from far away. Grandma like, yo, T, you can have as much as you want. She sat there. He sat there looking at it, like looking at the real cheesecake and looking at the one Grandma was saying, no, don't touch that one. You can only eat this one. And Uncle T looking at it like, something ain't right. Oh my God, something ain't right. I said, man, will you just make up your mind and grab your cheesecake and go? And Uncle T goes, listen, I tell you this, ain't no way you're gonna deceive me on this one. I was like, what do you mean? Say, man, listen, I will never let you swap my cheesecake to apple pies. And I just started laughing because Grandma was standing behind him, right? Grandma's like, yeah, come on, you gotta go. Let me show you right quick. Let me show you. Look at that. Uncle T was like, Grandma's like, yeah, take the apple pie, you know. Then it's gonna taste nice. Uncle T like, man, I don't know if I want to try it. And Grandma behind it. Grandma like, please, will you just take the pie? Cause she hid some salads under there. Uncle T like, man, I don't know. This ain't gonna taste like it ain't gonna taste like the same thing. So that was the funny thing I was busy laughing at. And it reminded me of the situation right now with the markets. It reminds me of that. A lot of people, they are trying to sell it to you like, yeah, we're in the bear market. We are this and that. And yet, when you start looking at it, okay, go on a higher time frame, zoom out. The Bitcoin cycle top is still not there yet. Look at the Bollinger Bands on the monthly or the yearly, however you want to look at them. We are still not even on the control point yet. Look at everything, sentiments around you. Everybody's always very, very bearish. Normally, when everybody's bearish, is normally when every price usually run. Okay, look at the liquidation points. There is much more liquidation cluster above us than below. So everything else is showing me like, yeah, I don't think we're in the bear market. And yet you got people jumping bridges. You know what? They're chasing green candles because they don't see a green candle. Guess what? They jump bridges. Well, it's up to you. That's all I can say. You do you, I do me. And God bless America. That's all I can tell you. Anyways, guys, let's go right quick. Let's go look at the market. Let's see how the market has been performing for the past 24 hours. Come on. Let's see, where is it? Crypto bubbles right here. Okay. Since we found out that Trumpicius wants to throw stones and close stuff, everybody else and that grandmama still there. But what I'm looking at, you see, weekly, what do you see? Okay, weekly on the top is showing green, monthly is showing green. We're waiting for the yearly to also flip green. That's what we are waiting for. Okay, but anyways, now let's first start with King Kaspa, KAS. We have here for the past hour 0.1% down, 1.3% down on the day, 1.8% down on the week, 12.4% down on the month, and 69.2% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.06 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $19.26 million. Watch that volume. Okay, now we go to the next one. It's gonna be Quant, QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. We got here 2.4% down in the last hour, 0.7% up on the day, 3.2% down on the week, 2.4% up on the month, and 27.8% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.10 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $21.57 million. Again, that volume, right? Now we go to the next one, cubic, okay? High risk, high reward. We got here 1.1% up in the last hour, 0.7% up on the day, 5.4% down on the week, 9.7% down on the month, and 73.3% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $80.02 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $1.98 million. Now we go look at the Japanese Bitcoin, which is called Jasmine. We do have here 0.1%, laying flat the last hour, 2.3% down on the day, 4.5% down on the week, 11.1% up on the month, and 74.7% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $334.40 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $18.34 million. Guys, this thing is getting ready for something, because we already know, okay? But anyway, that's up to you. Now we're gonna look at the Jonathan's pet turtle, which you call Bitcoin, and I call the orange guy. We go here, laying flat in the last hour, 0.2% down on the day, 1.7% down on the week, laying flat on the month, and 14.2% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $1.76 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $40.20 billion. Again, it's up to you. You want to look at these numbers. To me, it screams like, yeah, something big is about to happen. Okay, but anyways, it's up to you. You can sit on the side, cry about it, or you can make a move. Okay. Okay. Now, let's go look at prices in details right quick. Okay. Where's my trading view? Right here. Okay, let's see. Because of what's happening, the Japanese yen, like I told you guys, we've been warning ourselves here for, I don't even know. I've been telling you, the Japanese carryover trade is bad news. They are trying to postpone it, or they're trying to fix it. That's what you're looking at right now. As a matter of fact, if you look at Dixie, we are still down 96 points, right? Okay, compared to Bitcoin, which also going down. This is not what we want to see. We want to see an inverse correlation. We want to see Bitcoin going, Dixie dropping, or Dixie dropping. Or Dixie going up and Bitcoin dropping. We want to see some inverse, not in the same direction. Okay. Anyways, now we go look at now in prices in details. We do have Kaspa. Yeah, Kaspa. We look at it here, looks like it's a flat. Okay, it's like for the past few 8 to 10 hours we've been going sideways. You can look at the ribbon, it's already started to curve, like trying to look like it is spraying out. Again, the moving average is right above us, and all this because Bitcoin is doing its thing. So basically there's no point of doing a TA today. The only thing I can do today is try to show you something else. Okay, something else like here. You guys remember when I tell you, in every trade we have the before the trade, during the trade, and after the trade, right? So if you look at this chart right here, what do you see? This is on the 4 hours. What do you see? We had a buy signal here yesterday. We had a buy signal. Look at MACD and look at RSI. Let me try to zoom it out for you. Okay, we had a buy signal. MACD and RSI are about to turn bullish, right? See? It's about to flip green. This one is about to flip on top. MACD and RSI looking bullish, combined that you had a buy signal right there yesterday. So it's up to you. Like I told you, this is the time you're supposed to try to look for those entry points, because the thing is about to go crazy. If you look at it on the Bollinger Band, look at the last 4 hours. Price is already trying to go through above, testing the control point, as you guys can see. So yeah, that's what's happening here, and this is just Jasmine. Okay, if you want to look at it on let's see, if you want to go look at it on what is Kaspa, let's check Kaspa right quick. Kaspa. You go here, and we on the 4 hourly. Okay, the same. Look at Kaspa. See, Bollinger Band. The only thing I don't like about this is that the Bollinger Bands, the lines are facing downwards. Which again, most of the time we know that this lines facing downwards normally see sometimes it's a fake out, because if Bitcoin start to pump today, this thing is gonna mean it's gonna be useless. There's no point. Me, I already have my positions open, so yeah, I don't really look at it that way. If you look at it on the 1 hour, you will see also the same. Okay, see on the 1 hour, it has started to try to go above, to try to claim that control point in the middle and then go up. So like let's watch and see what the market does. Right now it is like really not trying to do anything positive, because everybody and their grandmama, they are falling. Everybody else is rolling. If you look at it on the daily, let's see on the daily right quick. See, on the daily we had a buy signal. We had a buy signal already, but the MACD and RSI have not completely changed. You see, this one hasn't crossed. So this one also still low, but not as low as we might like it. So we might gonna have a price come up here trying to test this point of control. If it does, it's gonna go up. If it doesn't get rejected, if not, it's gonna come back again to try to retest the bottom of the Bollinger Band. So yeah, so far for me, I think it's bullish. It's just people are not the uncertainty in people is what is making the price jump in this indecisive manner. So yeah, it's up to you if you want to do something about it or if you don't. If you look at it on the weekly, you will also see the same. We had a buy signal. Okay, look at that. MACD and RSI. Wow, see, they started to flip. They have started to flip. We have a few more days left for the Clarity Act to be decided. Let's see if it is going to pass or not. If it passes, good news. But the only thing is that the bad news comes right after it, is that if the government shuts down on the 1st, which is going to be in a weekend, yeah, we might see some pain coming on our way, right? Now, let's look at Quant. What is Quant? Let's Quant. Jasmine, Kaspa, Quant. Let's look at Quant right quick. Let's see what we have on that. What is the charts? See, Quant is almost the same. You see, on the weekly, last week we had that buy signal, which again, for me, like I keep telling you, I think it's Quant is showing sign of trying to go up. On the weekly, this right there, look at the MACD, look at the RSI, the same thing, right? So that $75 that I was telling you guys a couple of days ago, that was the resistance. Right now, I think is the support. So let's see how things play out. If you drop it on the 4 hourly, you will see it has started to break out. See, Quanta started to try to go, because again, everybody and their grandmama is not paying attention to the economy. Everybody's panicking because they think government shutdown is coming, right? But the candles are telling a different story. The same thing, you can look at it on the 1 hour. See, 1 hour Quant is breaking out. The same thing, you can look at it. Like I told you, we had a buy signal. I enter my position. I wait. Okay, like I was telling you earlier, because like right now, the panic mode that everybody's in right now does not makes it easy for you to try to look at TA. This doesn't make it easy. For me, I enter my position, I'm waiting. It's like Uncle T was saying, they're trying to switch apple pies to cheesecakes. That's what's happening right now. The market never plays in the majority's vote. Never does that. It always goes against majority. So, up to you, right? You want to sit there and cry about it, then cry. But one thing I know, and I've seen it repeat time after time, is that times like this, when there is blood in the street, things are uncertain, people that take the risk usually end up making more money than anticipated. It's up to you, right? Anyways, now let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. But before we do that, guys, please stay away from leverage trading if you don't know what you're doing. Okay, because again, leverage trading is the easiest way you can use to lose your money. Please just stick to spot trading. But if you want to try leverage, down below I do have the links. Bydfi, which I do recommend for beginners, Phemex, Wix, and Margex. Any of those links you follow, make sure you meet their deposits. Once you follow the link, meet the deposit requirements, they're going to give you free money. You get that free money, my friend, that you open up an account, you already have the free money, take $20 and start to practice. After practicing, if you are able to turn $20 into a 40, 40 into 60, 60 into 80, and so on and so forth, then you are ready. If you are not able to do that, please stay away from leveraging. Just keep on practicing, or else that hot potato will be passed to you and you will not know who to give it to, because there is nobody to your left. Understand? So that's up to you. Also, down below there, I do have the links to Acorns. For those of you who want to learn how to trade your stocks and ETFs on autopilot, yeah, go ahead and sign up. They're not going to give you much. They're only going to give you $5. But hey, it's a way to start, right? So let's start first with Bydfi. Here, you guys know I am trading King Kaspa, Quant, and Jasmine. Okay, my overall today is sitting around $6,000. Yeah, sorry about that. It's sitting around $6,200. That's what we're sitting at. If you look at the contracts, you will see that here on my Kaspa, I am down $526. Okay, on my Quant, I am down $4,400. Okay, on Jasmine, I am still up $939. Yeah, not a big deal, but we're good with that. And that's what I'm telling you guys. This is something you have to look at. Like I used Jasmine earlier, you can see if I keep losing it, my targets, all I'm looking for is something different. Because again, I told you guys, just 30 cents, this position will be up $285,000. If it gets there, who will remember that I lost $2,000? Nobody. I'm telling you. And just like the CEO said, road to $1. If you get to $1, I will be pocketing $964. $964,000. That's what I'll be taking home. Who will remember that I lost $2,000? I mean, that's me. That's the risk I'm taking, okay? But anyways, let's go to the next one, which is sitting at, we're going to look at Phemex. Looking at Phemex right now, you see my overall is sitting at $2,700 approximately, right? And now if you look at the contracts, you see that here, start first with Jasmine, I am still up $910. Nice. On my Kaspa, I'm down $532. And on my Quant, I am up $188. Yeah, it is what it is, right? Let's go to last but not the least. We're looking at, excuse me. Now let's go look at Wix exchange. See here, that's the one we were looking at earlier. The overall here is sitting at $1,700. Okay, now we're looking at the contracts. You see on my Jasmine, I'm still up $44, not bad. On Kaspa, I am down $504. On Quant, I am still up $175. Cubic also, I'm still up $6. So yeah, everything is still like I said, it's a waiting mode. That's the hardest thing you can ever do as a trader. But hey, it is what it is. Be patient, right? Now let's go look at my son's Acorn account. Let's see how he's doing. On the Acorn, we do have here, wow, he's up 831. That is, wow, 831. He's doing pretty good. I like that. So I am so happy right now, but I am so happy. Looking at his stocks, wow, $390 on the S&P 500. This is actually nice, very nice. And international companies also went up on that, $201. Well, look at the bonds and ETF. Yeah, US aggregate still up 115. Well, the lesson here is that if a 9-year-old kid can do this, you that is all grown at home, I'm pretty sure you can also do this. Okay, so it's up to you. It's a 10-year window. Like I said, every investment, the earlier you start, the quicker you will become a multi-millionaire. If you don't, any day you keep wasting, it's another step further away from that goal of becoming financially free. It's up to you, right? Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, don't forget to like and comment. I want positive comments. If you don't have anything good to say, drop me an emoji. If you bring me negative comments or crying about price, I am going to delete it. And if it is your third strike, I'm going to delete. I'm going to block you from my channel. I don't have time for crybabies, okay? And also don't forget to share so that other millionaire-minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Until I see you in my next one, please take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye bye.